Hello friends, how are you all? So today we are going to talk about the first chapter of history, that is bricks, beads and bones. It means the Harappan civilization, isn't it? We know a great deal about the lives of the people who lives in the region for what they left behind. That is their houses, pots, ornament, tools, seals. So let us see what we know about the Harappan civilization. Of course, there are some aspects of civilization that are as yet unknown and may even remain so. So just start up with the chapter. First, we'll talk about some abbreviations like BP. It stands for before present. Then BCE stands for before common era. CE stands for common era. Now, when we talk about the Harappan civilization, we had divided into three different areas or time periods, like earlier Harappan culture, that was before 2600 BCE. BCE again the same, before common era. Mature Harappan culture, that is 2600 BC to 1900 BC, and the later Harappan culture, that is after 1900 BC. Here you can find in this Indus Valley civilization, it is also known as Harappan culture. Now the question comes, what do you understand by culture? So archaeologists, they define the term culture as a group of objects which is distinctive in style, that are usually found together within a specific geographical area and at a definite period of time. So in this Harappan culture, we had seen some distinctive objects which includes seal, beads, weight, stone, blades. Here you can find different weight, you can see seals, beads, weights you can see. So these are some of the distinctive features which we had seen at that area. So this is also known as a culture. So we tell this as Harappan culture. Here you can see some of the extent areas of Harappan civilization. So mainly you can find these areas in Pakistan area, somewhere in Gujarat, Rajasthan. These areas are the main where you could find the Harappan civilization. You can see a circle has been made: Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Balakol, Nageshwar. So these are some of the areas where mainly we had seen. You can see from here in the northern boundary, southern, eastern, western, all these areas you can see that this Harappan civilization was spread out. So now we are talking about the beginnings. So the mature Harappan means the cultures were associated with distinctive pottery, evidence of agriculture and patriotism, and some crafts. Settlements were generally small and there were virtually no large buildings. It appears that there was a break between the earlier Harappan and the Harappan civilization. Then some subsistence strategies are also been given. Now what is subsistence? Subsistence mainly mean for our own use, what have they done? So the Harappan ate a wide range of plant and animal products, including fish. Greens are also been found in the Harappan sites, which includes wheat, barley, chickpea, sesame. Millets are found in some parts of Rajasthan, some sites of Rajasthan. And the animal bones found at Harappan site includes cattle, sheep, goat, buffalo, pig, all this. So the archaeologists mainly they also came to the conclusion that animals were domesticated. Now we don't know whether the Harappan hunted these animals themselves or obtained meat from other hunting communities. Okay, so some agriculture technologies are also been there. It is difficult to reconstruct actual agriculture practices. Representation on seal and terracotta sculptures. Terracotta means the baked earth That's through that sculptures we can we can tell that agriculture technologies were being used, which indicates the bull was also known. Here you can see the terracotta bull is also been shown. So maybe possible archaeologists mainly extrapolate, means they had come to the conclusion that this had oxen were used for plowing. Archaeologists have also found some evidence of plowing in the Kalibangan area of Rajasthan. Okay. Some characteristics of Harappan civilization. Now, there are two mainly characteristics being given of Harappan civilization. One is citadel and one lower town. So we'll talk about the planned urban center. We'll talk. So that is a citadel and the lower town. The settlement is divided into two main sections. One smaller but higher, and the other much larger but lower. The citadel owes its height to the fact that buildings were constructed on mud brick platform. It was walled, which meant that it was physically separated from the lower town. The lower town was also walled. Several buildings were built on platform which served as foundation. So it is seen that the settlement was first planned and then implementation was been done. There are some sign of bricks also, means bricks were of standardized ratio, and the length and breadth were 4 times and twice the height respectively. Such bricks were used at all Harappan settlements. Till now, whatever excavation we have done, you can find everywhere the same ratio of bricks. Then the second is given about the laying out drain. So one of the most distinctive feature of Harappan city was a carefully planned drainage system. Roads and streets were laid out along an approximate grid pattern intersecting at a right angle. It seems that streets were were laid out first and then houses built along them. The next thing comes about the domesticate architectures, warehouse and granary. So it was being seen that at that time the people were so intelligent that they had gone with all these things. We find some evidence of structures that were probably used for special public purposes also, mainly warehouse and granaries, the massive structure of which the lower brick portion remains, while the upper portion probably of wood, which was decayed long ago, and a great bath, of course. Great bath was a large rectangular tank in a courtyard surrounded by corridors on all 4 sides. There were rooms on 3 sides, in one of which was a large well. Water from the tank flowed into the huge drain across the lane, with 8 bathrooms, 4 on each side of the corridor, with drain from each bathroom connecting to the drain that ran along the corridor. So here you can see the great bath picture also. Then the bricks used for construction of building. So bricks, I had just given you the information. Double stories building were also been seen out. So this shows that the structures which were being framed, that was carefully planned. There are other some features also, like seals and ceilings used to facilitate long distance communications. Imagine a bag of goods being sent from one place to another. Its mouth was tied by a rope, and on the knot was affixed some wet clay on which one of or more seal were pressed, leaving an impression over there. If the bag reached with its sealing intact, that showed that it has not been tramped. So the sealing was conveyed the identity of the sender. use of weight, usually made of stone, called chert, generally cubical with no marking. Burials to lay the death in peats were found in Harappan civilization. Some graves contain pottery and ornaments indicate a brief belief that these would be used in afterlife. So it depends upon the things which were been kept with the burials. Like if pottery is there, ornaments were there, different things were been kept so that it could help out to the people after life. Use of enigmatic script writing were also been found in the objects like seal, copper, tool, rim of jars, terracotta tablets, jewelry, bone rod. Some archaeologists are of the opinion that Harappan society had no rulers, whereas other archaeologists feel that there must be no single ruler, but several rulers must be there. Several explanations for the decline of Harappan civilizations are also been given. Some people say some climatic changes, because of climatic changes. Some say because of deforestation. Some say excessive flood, the shift of drying up of rivers. So different people give different explanation. Metal are also known as gold, silver, copper, bronze. These were also been seen in these areas. The Harappan scripts are not yet deciphered. There are about 375 to 400 signs. The scripts was written from right to left. Crafts are also been seen. Some of the areas they were experts in beads making, shell cutting, seal making, weight making. Lothal was also one of the important place for craft production. Mode of transportation, that was bullock carts and boats. Here you can see the list of some centers from where craft production material were found. So Nageshwar, Lothal, South Rajasthan, southern India. You can see some of the material which have been found over here. Here are some of the questions been given. Try to solve these questions. Thank you.